Hi there, welcome to my channel where I take you on tours of tiny and unique homes. In this week's episode, we'll be traveling to incredible tiny homes community to visit Twilia and take a tour of her custom-built tiny home. Twilia will talk about her and her husband's non-negotiables for living tiny, show us their solutions for expanding their living space, and discuss how downsizing has allowed them to spend less time on home maintenance and more time enjoying the things they love. And if you like videos like this, make sure that you subscribe and hit that notification bell because we publish a new tour every single week.
Will you join me? Will you roll? Make this house our tiny home.
Hi, my name is Twilia. Welcome to our tiny home at Incredible Tiny Homes. I am from the Woodlands, Texas originally. Lived there my entire life. Retired at age 62 and a half to move to East Tennessee. My husband and I always knew we were going to go to a small home. We had the 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2-car garage. Our kids grew up, left home. You're still having to spend all of your free time maintaining the outside, the inside, and you're not utilizing your home. Well, my husband said, how would I feel about living in a tiny home? We happened to found Incredible Tiny Homes on YouTube, planned our house out on a little piece of paper. It was this rough drawing. Went ahead and paid for the house then, and about 4 months later is when they started the build process for our home. A 10 by 18, it was a set cost. For everything we wanted to add to it, there was additional costs, but we knew that going into this that it was going to cost us more. We had custom windows put in. We had custom lighting put in. This is my forever home. We had this built the way we wanted it built. The total was approximately $56,000 for the home. We live in the forest, which is one of the 4 communities is at Incredible Tiny Homes. We have been living here for 2 years and 2 months. Living in the community, we pay $225 a month for our lot and the water and sewer. You can't find that anywhere else. And then I pay approximately about another $125 a month for my electric and internet to live here on a beautiful lot in the forest, close to the Smoky Mountains. It is a dream come true. Welcome to our tiny home. The R is for our last name, Rodriguez. This is a 10 by 18 Freedom style home with my dormer up there. We have a copper metal roof with copper skirting. We chose the copper color because it just is a really pretty color to us. We decided to go with the flat log siding on our home. We were given many different options of how we wanted it to be done. We had Incredible Tiny Homes put the polyurethane on the siding. The polyurethane protects the wood. If you don't have polyurethane on it, it would start looking really weathered and it would start turning real gray. It's still good wood, it's just a different look. We wanted our house to be a little bit more shiny, so having the polyurethane on it protect the wood for us. It came automatically with one dormer. You could get an additional dormer on the other side if you chose to do that. At the time we bought our home, we chose not to have the additional dormer. I can say if we were doing this all over again, that would be the only other thing I would change in my whole home, would be to have a second dormer put in to give us a little bit more room upstairs. And this is the front of our house. The window is a custom window. We wanted to go ahead and have a bigger window in our living area. So we have what they call 4x4. It's 4 foot by 4 foot. We chose to have our mini split put up high versus on the tongue so that we could use the tongue as space. We made a little tongue box ourselves, so there's a little bit of storage out there, but we get to decorate this for the fall. We get to decorate it for spring. We get to decorate it for Christmas. All right, now we're on the back side of the house. Can you guess what this is? I keep my propane bottle in here. I have a 30-gallon propane tank in here. This lifts up when I need it to lift up to replace the propane tank. But this also keeps it hidden out of sight and is very decorative. And as we go to the back side of our house, we have our newest addition, which is the teeny tiny shed. The size of this shed is a 5x4, and my husband helped build this himself because we built it on our lot here. I've been requesting to have another addition, something for my kitchen, because I love to bake. So in this teeny tiny, I have some of my additional kitchen things that are easy to get to. I also have a small chest freezer in here where I can keep my fresh peaches, my fresh strawberries for baking. This is our deck. When we built the deck, we did not realize at the time until we got here that we needed to add an addition to the deck, so we did this way so that we could put our chairs side by side facing our fire pit. We were lucky we got one of the larger lots that are here in the forest, so we have a big lot. So we were able to lay out everything the way we wanted to lay it out. And it's got everything we want in our lives now. From here, we do have what we call our tiny shed. This is our storage shed. This is a 6x6 shed. We decided we wanted it to look like our home, so we went ahead and put the wood on ourselves, and we did the polyurethane. This is where we keep our outdoor supplies, things for the yard, to work on the yard. Because you live in a tiny home, you can't have all of your clothes in the home at once. So we have our summer clothes in bins, and then we switch it out for fall clothes. And then welcome to our outdoor kitchen. I have a Blackstone grill, and I have a gas grill, and I have a smoker for when we want to cook those big Texas briskets. Part of tiny home living is not to be in your house all the time. It's to enjoy the great outdoors again, getting back to the basics of what life is. Let's all go into our home so I can show you some of the features of my tiny home. Welcome to the inside of my home. If you talk to my husband, he will tell you it is the living room, the business center, because there's where the computer is kept, our entertainment room, because that's where our TV is at. We spend all of our time in this spot. You don't need all of these rooms in your home because you don't really use all of these rooms in a home. And then this is my fireplace that we have. And again, we're able to find tiny tools for our tiny fireplace. It opens up, and you can see we do use our fireplace. And when we're not using it, it's a great storage place to put my candles. My husband did a lot of research to find out what would be the best fireplace to have in the home, and we ended up going with a mini cube because they're made for tiny homes, tiny cabins, tiny boats. So we use this. It's not the only heat source we use. We do have a mini split, which is the heating and air conditioning. We wanted the fireplace because what happens if electricity goes out in the winter, it can warm the house. It's also for the ambiance of having a fire in your home. All right, let's head into the kitchen. This is my kitchen area. Under here is our sink, which is a small sink, but I've learned how to wash dishes in a small sink. I like to bake. That is one of my hobbies, and it is also very relaxing to bake. So I insisted on having a stove with an oven. It is not the huge oven, but it does exactly what I need it to do. I can bake cakes, cookies, pies, breads. Today I made pecan tassies. This is one of my favorite desserts. It is absolutely great. It's easy to make. They're all homemade. Here. Standard in the home, we do have the range hood that vents outside. This is a microwave shelf. I don't use a microwave, so we use this as our spice rack. That way we have plenty of spices for all the cooking we love to do in our kitchen. The kitchen is big enough that my husband and I both are able to get in the kitchen and move around without bumping into each other and getting into each other's way. I wanted a refrigerator that has a freezer, not a tiny, tiny refrigerator, but I wanted something that I could have and be able to have my things I need in the freezer and my refrigerator. That, of course, is full of places we've traveled around the United States trying to find that perfect place to retire. And this is our bathroom over here. It is about a 3.5 foot by probably about 5.5 feet. I have a 36-inch shower. I think our 36-inch shower is just right. I have been into a home that has a 32-inch shower if it's a little tight, and I've been into some homes that have 48-inch showers. My 36-inch shower is just the perfect size for us. We have our toilet. This is a normal toilet. People have asked me that in the past. I live in a tiny home. I have sewer. I have a regular flushing toilet. We also, instead of using a water tank, I went with a tankless water heater. I will tell you, my water, it gets hot instantly. It takes 10 seconds to get the water up to 122 degrees heat. It has endless hot water because of the fact it doesn't store the water in it. It uses the propane to heat that water, and that is one thing I have loved about having this hot water heater. As we move on from the bathroom, back here is where my washer and dryer is at. I also have space to hang clothes here. So I have a stackable washer and dryer that is absolutely great. I insisted on having that, and I have it. My dryer is a vented dryer, which to me is very important. I love having it because it doesn't take that long to dry clothes. This is just the same as what you would have in your house or an apartment. It works great. And behind us we have these amazing stairs, incredible tiny homes. When we were having our home built, my husband had talked to the builder. He was concerned of how to get that washer and dryer into that corner back there. So the builder and then the gentleman that works in the wood shop, Rob, decided that they would make stairs that move. These stairs are ones, I do have storage just so you're aware, but my stairs move out so that they will come all the way out, so we had no problem putting our washer and dryer in there, or if it needs to come out for some reason, it's able to. And the stairs just go right back into place. And then we go up these stairs into my sleeping loft. And this is our loft or our bedroom, whichever you want to call it. You go up the stairs, we come up here. As you can see, I have plenty of headroom to sit up in here. And the only thing I would have changed, this is the dormer on this side with the window. If we had have done a double dormer, it would have given you a little bit more room and more light up here. But again, this works perfect the way it is. I'm not going to complain. I am happy with what I have. We keep our clothes in little baskets behind our bed. My stairs have drawers in them, so that's where we're able to keep other things that we need. Every day is a great day because you get to enjoy life again. Living in a tiny home has made life so much simpler. You're not having to maintain the home the way you do your bigger homes. It's an enjoyable life.
Thanks for watching this week's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And if you'd like to see more home tours that are located in incredible tiny homes community, make sure you check out the links in the description.